Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I draw a lot of Animal Crossing characters. A bunch of you guys are new here, so thank you to anybody who was recommended my A to Z video with Anka in the thumbnail that YouTube algorithm decided to push out to everyone. I noticed a huge spike in views and then an influx of subs. I feel like I just hit 1,000 subs like yesterday, and now I'm at like, what, 2.3k, which is, it's insane to me. So thank you guys, all the new subscribers, and thank you to all my older subscribers who have been with me for a while now. And if you're brand new here, and this is the first video you've seen on my channel, the only two programs I use for my art in these videos are Procreate for iPad Pro, which is what I'm using here, and then about a third of the way through the video I use Adobe Animate to create flat vector shapes. If you want to learn more about that process, I'll put a card link up to a real-time drawing video I did of Tom Nook that explains it a little bit more in more detail. Now this video, since I've just been talking about random stuff in my last couple speed paints, I wanted to talk about, I guess, my plans for the channel coming up, because there's a bunch of new people who I'm sure are wondering what other Animal Crossing stuff I have planned, and I did put polls up in the community posts, and you guys voted for Leif and Red. I'll be doing a Red video soon. And also you guys voted for me to do a top 10 favorite villagers video, which I'll be working on as well. I actually sat and I did the top 10 list, and I might move a couple spots around before I actually sit and record the video. It is way harder to pick 10 favorite villagers than I thought it was going to be, because I had like 3 or 4 in mind that I'm like, I definitely want to put them on here. And a couple of them ended up being at the bottom of the list, because as I was scrolling through the list of all the villagers, it was like, oh yeah, I really love them, and oh, I remember them in my town, and what I have fond memories of them, and I definitely have to put them in, whatever. So it's way harder to narrow down almost 500 characters down to your favorite 10 than I anticipated, but I will be working on that video and editing it. I want to make sure I have some kind of speed paint footage for all of those in the top 10, so any I have not finished the artwork of yet in my A to Z series, I want to do some final artwork of, so that way you can have some visual on the screen besides just me talking, you know, something a little more interesting to look at. So I'll be working on that soon, and I also want to do an update video on the full color art, because a lot of people who were recommended my Anka video, I need to make it more clear, like link to a card in the video or something, that I have an entire playlist showing all the sketches A to Z that I've done, so people leave comments like, where's so-and-so, where's so-and-so, and I'm pretty sure in that video it was just the B name villagers, or A name, I forget what was even in that video. But rest assured, I have drawn every single Animal Crossing villager to date, at least in sketch form. Now, the full color art, which is what I'm doing with Leif here today, these final phases is taking me a lot longer to do, so I'm up to the G names. I've been posting them semi-regularly on my Instagram page. I need to get back into a flow of posting 3 times a week there, but you can catch the most up-to-date artwork on my Instagram, and I also upload all the art to Redbubble. I'll put a link to that in the description as well, so anybody I've done final artwork of so far, including Leif and all the new villagers like Raymond and Audie and all them, I have artwork up on Redbubble if you want to buy a t-shirt, print, sticker, or anything like that. So I've been updating Redbubble and Instagram, but it's a slow process. I'm only up to G, and there's still like half the villagers left to go, right? A and B are kind of front-loaded, so luckily with those out of the way, I think the letter with the most left is like S or T or something like that. But like H, I, J only have a few, and K only has a few, so those will go by pretty quick, but it is still slow going, and it's because I have to do this same process you're seeing in the Leif video, which when not sped up is approximately 35 minutes of draw time. I have to do that for another 200 something plus characters, so it's a bit of a process, and I want to show the process of me posting it and like resizing everything, and just show where I'm at in the process so far, like give a little like update on how far I am in the alphabet and the kind of work it entails, and kind of show you guys just what goes into it, and give my estimate as to when I think every single villager will be done if I continue posting at a rate of 3 times a week. I think the math came out to something like 7 months or something, but I'll do that in a follow-up video regardless. And then after that, I do have some non-Animal Crossing content I'd like to do as well, but since this is an Animal Crossing video, I think I'll just chit-chat about all my Animal Crossing ideas. So I definitely want to do a video of, I got the opportunity to work on a really awesome commission a couple weeks ago for a girl that came out really fun, and she and her friend really loved it, and I would love to do a video showing my speed paint of that, and then set up a Google form, so if you guys are interested in ordering your own Animal Crossing commissions, you guys can do that as well. And I can also do a video on those if you would like your artwork, your speed paint of your commission to be featured in a video, which I think would be kind of a fun series to do as well. Other Animal Crossing ideas I have floating around in my head that I haven't really committed to one way or the other is I would love to do maybe a video talking about like tips and tricks for making patterns in the game, but I would have to find a good way to get footage because I don't have a capture card, so I don't know, I'd probably just take like screenshots of other people's stuff or like screenshots of my designs. I don't know, that's why I haven't like committed to it, is I don't have a good way to capture footage. But I think the interesting thing about New Horizons and all Animal Crossing games is ways that you can express your artistic creativity in unconventional means. So of course there's pixel art, which is designing the patterns, but it's also how you work those patterns into your island. And I kind of want to talk about like environmental storytelling through designing rooms and designing areas in your game. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to cross over with talking about like animation backgrounds, like how would you design a bedroom or a front yard for this character versus this character. And hopefully it would accomplish two goals. It would encourage you guys to start thinking about how to design your own islands and give you some inspiration, but it would also tie it into another subject I care about, which is animation and how to visually tell stories using, you know, backgrounds and props. And I think as artists, especially me, I fall in this camp. I don't do a lot of background drawing, so I think it might be fun to tie that into like maybe being inspired by Animal Crossing to draw some artwork that's really background heavy with a lot of props and stuff that I would normally avoid. I typically do, like, for example, Leif on screen here just has a simple background, no props or anything like that. So I don't know, just some ideas I've had floating in my head that I haven't committed to a solid idea of, but let me know if any of these kinds of topics interest you guys, or if you have any topics you'd like to hear about in an upcoming video, Animal Crossing or not. I also talk about cartoons and art and all that kind of stuff here too. But I just wanted to say thank you to anybody who's new to this channel, who's subscribed because of my video that the YouTube algorithm has decided to push onto everyone. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and watching all my other videos as well. And thank you to all the people who've been around since the beginning that keep watching and leaving awesome comments. You guys are the best. All in all, I think this piece of Leif came out really fun. I'm really happy with the expression and the little touch of like a green eye here at the end. I think it adds a little bit of something to the picture. I might start doing that with future villager pieces as well. Adds a little bit of dimension. So overall, I'm happy with this piece. Let me know what you guys think. Leave all your comments below. I read every single one of them. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day.